Hi folks, China Guitar Skeptic back with a video, and a remade video. And in this episode, an update on the Buddy Strat, another Fender guitar project, slight change to the account settings, and some news just in on Sara Lee, plus my opinion on the seller rating system. Yeah, hi folks. I'm so sorry about earlier. I put this video up and it's the first time it's happened. I had such a bad crackle on the other lapel mic. I've taken it down and replaced it with redoing the video. So hopefully this lapel, which is the old lapel I always used to use, will work. Okay, what I went through earlier on the video that I've just replacing this one. The rating system on the China Guitar Skeptic website, cgs.10x.mx. Oh, link is up there. We have a forum and everybody uses it, and it's great to see your feedback and your thoughts and your ideas. One of our most regular users and kindest users who helps everybody out, Michael, has put up a rating system for the sellers. And while it's not something I want to do because I can no more rate a seller than I can recommend them, I'm happy for that to be up there, and I thank Michael for taking the time and effort to do that for everybody. But just as a word of caution, bear in mind that sellers change, and I'm not even certain that the seller, take Sara Lee, who I'll mention in a minute, is always the same person that you're talking to. So yeah, I can't rate them any more than I can recommend them because they change and the quality is so changeable. And also people's perception of quality is subjective, which is what happened with Sara Lee. I saw on the forum that everybody was saying Sara Lee's no longer posting to the UK or to Canada, I believe. And as she'd been quite a good seller for me with Greeny who is in desperate need of finishing, and I will finish Greeny soon, I promise. Video to come very, very shortly. Keep watching and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I contacted her to find out whether there was any truth in the rumour because it didn't show on Aliexpress and I haven't tried to buy anything for a while. So she came back to me to say yes, that she had stopped selling to the UK and to Canada. There'd been so many buyers who she felt had been unfair in their disputes. That's not to say that she didn't deserve some. My very own Greeny came with the crack in the neck, which you'll see in previous videos, and that's not acceptable. I also saw that somebody else had a neck that came away from the body or became loose after 2 days. Totally unacceptable. Of course, complete refund, replace the guitar free of charge, return shipping costs paid by the seller. I think that's to be expected. However, Sara wrote back to me to say that she'd had several disputes trying to knock $100 off of a guitar which was sold for $270 due to some small marks in the paint or in the wood, nothing more than cosmetic, which I think when you're paying, that was Greeny oops, probably some more work to do on her. I think when you're paying between $200 and $300, what do you really expect, folks? I mean, that's what this channel's all about. You get what you pay for, and these guitars aren't going to come fabulous and absolutely pristine to American or so-called American standards. Even the American ones, you know, they're questionable quality sometimes. So yeah, Sara Lee has stopped sending to the UK and to Canada. She said she'd sell to me, but then she would, but there we are. I'm not buying at the moment. I'm currently working on the MILTON Guitars project and trying to get a few more sellers involved in that, because the guy that I was using, I'll tell you more on the MILTON Guitars channel. Go and subscribe there. Anyway, there has been a few changes on my channel. You probably noticed at the start I have decided to give monetization a little try. Further to a long conversation I had with my good buddy, Dave's in Texas. Running the channel, running the forum is not cheap to buy all these guitars and show them to you, which I want to keep on doing desperately, but I can't keep funding them myself. So I've decided for a couple of weeks or so just to try it out, see how it goes with monetizing the channel. If I don't like it, or if the feedback is that you don't like it and it doesn't bring in the sort of return that we hope it might do, then I'll stop doing it. But for now, it's just an experiment, so I hope you don't mind. Click to skip the adverts if you feel that way inclined. Yeah, okay. A big shout out to Lloyd Norval, who asked me to say a shout out to him when I did the thing I'm about to do now. Yes, the Buddy guitar. My little letter from Floral Poi. And if you take Floral Poi, the seller, and you rearrange the letters magically, yeah, I'm sorry folks, I couldn't resist it. It was a April Fool. I found out what poi meant and I did this flowered shaped poi, which I believe originates in New Zealand, but I'll wait to be corrected on that. And also, if you took the time to go through the link and read the letter, you'll see it's from somebody called One Hung Low. And also, that Chinese symbol there is actually the Chinese symbol for fake or counterfeit or forgery anyway. So I tried to put lots of clues throughout. So the answer is yes, this is a genuine USA made 2004 50th anniversary reissue Fender Stratocaster. Serial number begins ZA16. So you'll be able to work out, those of you that are interested in this, exactly when this was. Sorry, Z416. Z being made in America and 4 being 2004. So yes, genuine Strat. And I couldn't resist doing an April Fool because although I hid all of the comments that mentioned April Fool, I also hid probably as many or deleted as many comments to save people's embarrassment, saying that this piece of Chinese rubbish sounded awful. It's a US Strat. The point that I'm making is you can all guitars are subjective in terms of how they feel, how they play and how they sound to the player. Yes, that sounded far too good to be one of these Chinese copies. Yes, 80% of you got it spot on. It was an April Fool's gag. Please forgive me, don't get upset, it's just a bit of fun. So Floral Poi, the seller, meant April Fool. But what I did think that it actually made me realise is that these guitars made in China are subjective in terms of they do sound okay and can be made to sound very, very good indeed with a little bit of TLC. So what I thought I'd do is take this Chinese YN6, which means it's a 1996 guitar. Actually, YN means it's made in, Y means made in Taiwan. It's the Yako plant in Taiwan. The N means it's in the 90s and the 6 means it's 96. It's in a bit of a state because I haven't played it for years. In fact, it's still got the strings on it from the late 90s. But what I did earlier on today, and the sound came out from this, is I did a comparison test between the US Strat and the Chinese Squire Strat. Both of these are Squires that I shaved the headstock logos off of in the late 90s, early 2000s because I thought it was cool to do it. Wasn't. But there we are. Hey ho. So unfortunately, although I know this is Japanese, I can't tell you when this was made or anything much more about it than that. So all I know is this one needs a bit of TLC. What I've done with both of these, my design was to have humbucker single, and I've got a coil tap switch. So I'm going to compare, starting with the neck pickup, working my way back, position 5, position 4, position 3, position 2, position 1 in single coil. Then I'll flip the switch and you can hear position 1 and position 2 on this one in the humbucking mode. So please have a look and enjoy. Okay folks, I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration. As you can probably hear, time has caught up with me and there is a baby that needs comforting. And so, hope you've enjoyed this. Sorry again if I upset you with the April Fool. Hope you take it in good humour, which is how it was meant. Enjoy this, take care, and lots of good rocking.